Hey everyone, my name's Scott. I'm going to walk you through how my Tesla solar panels and Powerwalls are connected to the house and all the loads in the house. So I've taken off, as you can see, all the doors, access panels to all of the boxes, and I'm going to walk you through everything one by one. So before I get started, just know that I do a bunch of videos like these, a couple more on my Tesla solar and Powerwalls, so check those out. And I do other videos on home improvement projects and DIY projects. So if that's your thing, like and subscribe. And I'm also going to be posting videos in the future once these solar panels and Powerwalls are actually connected. So far, all the work is done. We're just waiting on the city inspection, followed by the permission to operate, or PTO, from the utility. So before I get started, I'm in Nevada, and so there's slight differences to the way everything is connected here in this state. Some other states may differ. So let's get started. I'm going to go through step by step. So this conduit up here, that's from the solar panels up on the roof, and it goes through the wall. So let's go back inside. So here's the power walls, and this piece of conduit here, that's coming through the wall. That's the DC connections from the solar panels on the roof. So the box at the top here, that is the inverter. I have two power walls, and then the output from those power walls here and also the top here, they go out this way and into this box here. So this is a breaker box, and on the left, this is the supply coming in from the Powerwall Plus. Powerwall Plus is the one with the inverter, and this is the supply coming in from the Powerwall. You will notice the breakers are 50 watts and 30 watts. I'm not entirely sure why they're different. I thought that the Powerwalls were rated the same, but yeah, I'm not sure about that. So the feed from the Powerwalls comes in here, and then they get combined into this output, which goes through the wall, and that goes to the solar meter. So let's go and take a look at that. All right, so you can see the hole at the back of this box. These two conductors, I'm only going to look at the black and the red, the live ones. These go into the solar meter, which isn't here yet. That's why we're not up and running. And this is the difference, by the way. Some states, for example, California, you just use one meter for both your supply and the solar. In Nevada, they insist you have a separate meter for solar. So this is a solar meter. So in other states, this wouldn't be here. But anyway, it comes in here from that box I just showed you, from the power walls behind it, comes in, and then it goes here. And all this box is a disconnect. There's a disconnect here, and it's currently off. So that's the supply coming from the solar. It then goes through here, back to the other side, and this goes to the backup gateway, which is the brains of the operation. Okay, back on the other side, and you'll see right at the back of the backup gateway is a hole. That's where the power from the solar is coming into the backup gateway, and those wires actually go up on the left side. You can see the label, in fact, it says non-backup, and that's 80 amps. So that is the total of the 50 and the 30 that we saw on the breaker box from the Powerwalls. So the power from the Powerwalls from the solar comes in there, and then in the right hand side you'll see the orange section, which is labeled supply. That's actually coming from our normal electricity meter. So that's the supply from the grid. So this is our regular electricity meter. You can see it's been here a long time. This is the grid supply. So it comes in here, breaker at the top there, a 200 amp breaker. And this is where all of our loads for the house used to be. And this is the feed that is going into the backup gateway. So what I just showed you, it's coming from here. Okay, so back in the inside, like I said, from the old load center on the outside, from the grid, is coming the supply. So to recap, on the left, from the power walls, on the right, from the grid. And this is actually where the brains happens. You'll see some flashing lights as an Ethernet port. In the event of a grid outage, this will switch off the grid, disconnect the grid, and then just use your backup power, i.e. the power wall, to power your loads. So those loads actually come out the bottom here, feed through here, and go up to what is now our new load center where everything is connected. Let's take a closer look at the new load center, which Tesla installed, and they did that at no additional cost. So first of all, let me point out the Emporia energy monitor. That's right at the top. This sends all the data on our electricity usage to the cloud. That's up there as a little Wi-Fi antenna. And it's really great. You can see exactly how much you're using. There's 16 separate circuits plus the main connections as well. And so you get a total picture of your energy usage. You can see it, you can graph it, you can export it, you can do a lot with that. So that's what all these white things are, and the box at the top. So one thing else that looks a little odd here is that normally at the top you'd have some breakers, and I don't know, maybe this is a code thing, but that feed from the backup gateway comes in at the side here, and it's on a 125 amp breaker. So regardless of whether the solar is running or not, and it's not at the moment, we're just getting from the grid, this load center is only fed from the backup gateway. So even though we're not live yet, the backup gateway is still doing the job of switching from the grid to the power walls. Well, they don't work right now, but the backup gateway really is the brains of it. I didn't show you the front of it, by the way. It's a nice glass door. So just before we wrap, there's one additional cable I didn't talk about, and that's that one that's right in the middle here. It just connects the backup gateway to the power wall. It doesn't go through this breaker, it just passes straight through that box in the middle there. So I don't know, it might be powering the power wall perhaps, or and maybe communications as well. But that's it from today. Do check out my other videos. I posted 2 videos on the installation process. So I hope you find those interesting. And do subscribe, because I'm going to post videos in the future once we're actually up and running on how well the system is performing. So thanks again. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please like it. And don't forget to subscribe. Over and out. Thank you.